Hey, what's up? It's Pika calling in from Singapore. It is Tuesday night. Yeah, I'm calling from the future. No, for real. Today was a good day. I got a lot of things sorted out, I guess. The biggest thing for me today was understanding my place in my business. So, for y'all to understand better, let me explain. I started in March with this journey. Not to say that I haven't been dreaming about this and thinking about, creating my own business and everything for much longer than that, but actually started the process in March. And since then, a lot has changed, a lot, I've learned a lot, and all the way up to this past weekend, I finally decided I needed to get it going. I needed to sell a product right now because I need to make money now because something happened at my job and had me nervous to the point where I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not in the job itself, and I really don't want to have to go get another one only to, curry favor and put in some time so that I can take time off and all of that nonsense. So y'all know what I'm talking about. So what I did was I went ahead and I jumped in the deep end. I had been thinking about, the strategy, how I was going to do all this stuff, and I was going to make all this money selling digital products and become an infopreneur. And what I know about that, actually, I don't know anything about that. I needed to learn. So I went out and I signed up for everything, like I've mentioned before. And it was fun and it was overwhelming because there was a lot of information out there. I had no idea. So it was one of those situations where, I was ready. I was ready to learn. I was ready to put in the actions, or so I thought. And so I signed up for everything, and then I was overwhelmed because I signed up for way too much. I overcommitted. Yeah, I did. Anyway, from all of that nonsense, I thought, all right, well, I have enough information here that I can go ahead and put all this together and make money over the weekend. Yeah, not going to happen that way. It's not that easy. For starters, this is a really brand new, I mean like baby, brand new business I'm launching. I don't even know what I want it to look like yet, but I went and jumped in the deep end because I was in a rush. I was panicking. I felt the need to move now, and I jumped the gun. I mean, I got it done. I'm really grateful for the fact that I felt enough pain to get up and go get it done. But I realize now, I went ahead and created a website on Saturday. I had been looking at WordPress. I had bought the Bluehost website and everything like months ago. And I was looking at WordPress and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can put aside $100 and get WordPress to do all these things for me. And then I was like, no, I've started a blog before, and it wasn't that hard to create a website. So I went back through the YouTube tutorials, stayed up all night long, and created a website. I did that in, I don't know, 5 hours, and it wasn't hard so much as tedious, but I got it done. And then other things happened, Sunday I had other stuff to do. Like I mentioned, we got the kitchen renovation going, so I cooked a bunch of stuff and I didn't have time to touch my website again. But the good news is because I didn't touch it again, even though I didn't physically do anything, I was still thinking about it. I was still listening to what was going on in the world. I was still getting, information and content wherever I could, so I could, just keep it moving in my brain. And what I realized was I jumped in the deep end. I don't know how to tread water in this world yet, but I'm going to learn. So what I ended up doing was I scaled back what I thought I was going to do. I thought, build a business on Friday night, create a product on Saturday night, launch it to the world, and start making $100 this week. Yeah, I overshot that a little bit. That was sane in my mind at the time, and yeah, no, it didn't happen that way. So for your information, it doesn't work like that. What I realize now is I would be much better off, instead of selling fluff, I would be much better off doing what I'm doing right now, like this podcast, to tell y'all what I'm going through, the things I have to decide on, how I decide, why I decide, and if I stick to the decision or not. So the website is up, y'all. It's not perfect. There are buttons on there that don't quite work yet. I'm not going to lie. But originally, just so you have an idea, originally what the, I guess the services I was going to provide was a community, like a Facebook group or something, tools to help you get through your business, so worksheets and webinars and stuff. Yeah, I haven't created any of that yet. I think there was a class where I was told I didn't have to create it until I got people signed up. I don't feel good about that either, so yeah, I'm just going to let that be. The other one is personal coaching. I would love to coach people, not necessarily because they need coaching, but because they're asking for help. I would love to help people. I would love to show them how I did it, and then if you can draw, parallels from my life to yours, or see where I get my motivation and maybe you can adapt it to you, great. That's exactly what I want to do with my life. I want to inspire change. I want to help people get what they want in the best possible way so that they can serve in turn. When I looked back at my website today and realized I created it Friday night into Saturday morning and then a little bit more on Saturday night, I realized that the website I had created with those 3 services buttons was for the business I would have in the future. That is not the business I have now. Like in the future, once I have a following, once I have an audience, once y'all actually want to hear what I have to say, yeah, okay, I could definitely leverage my time and charge people to come talk to me, because at that point I'm hoping I would have so much demand on my time that I would have to charge in order to separate the curd from the whey, so to speak, to kind of, pull the people who are really urgent, almost like triage in a hospital, get the people who are really urgent, really, 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 really want the material, and the rest will have all of my free, content to go through and see if they can find something that I have talked about before that would help them. So I am scaling it back. I am not going to jump out of here and be like, yeah, I'm making $100 this week on something I created yesterday in 10 minutes. That's not quality to me. Something I learned in the hospitality industry is I would rather explain the price to you once than have to apologize for quality 100 times. I'm going to say that again because this is really key to me. I really think that this is big. I would rather explain the price once rather than apologize for quality 100 times. And I've seen it happen. I've worked in so many hotels and resorts and stuff, and I've seen it happen where, because we have the name behind us, we feel that we should be able to charge this price. But if you have a faucet that's broken in the room, if you have bugs, if you have, stains in the carpet, yeah, you should fix that before you charge that price. Because guaranteed you'll get complaints. I mean, there are people who are going to complain no matter what, but guaranteed you get complaints. And then what face do you show when you're like, oh yeah, I'll get housekeeping and clean that up. Because the room should have been cleaned before, your guest arrived or whatever. So I am looking at it from a different perspective. I would rather give you the content for free while I document my journey, while you listen to me rant and rave like a lunatic about, how I think I got it. No, I don't got it. I think I got it again. So I think that this would provide value for you. I think a lot of you are going through the same struggles I am. I know there is a big rush to, start a business and make money at home instead of punching a clock. I know there is a big rush to get out of that rat race. I know. Because I've thought about it a lot in the last 10 years. And while I don't have my brand up yet, while I don't have anything established yet, I gotta start somewhere. And why not share it with you from the beginning? I'm telling you, the hustle is ugly. But I'm loving it at the moment. It's getting me to learn new things. It's getting me to learn new skills. Like, I don't want to be that girl that, oh yeah, I have money, let me go buy a designer to build a website. And then if something goes wrong, I need to buy someone and keep them on standby to help me fix it. Right now, the fact that I actually did a YouTube tutorial, like I watched a YouTube tutorial, I paused and play and pause and play and fix the website and pause and play again just to get what I wanted done. But the fact that I went through those motions taught me what I need to do to fix it going forward if I want to tweak it just a little bit. And I would rather have that knowledge under my belt now so that later when I hire a team, I speak the language that they do. They know I'm not full of shit and I have no idea, what I'm asking for. And I am capable of gauging whether the person I am hiring is worth their weight in salt or not. So patience is going to be my best friend. We are not friends yet. I'm working on it. But if I can go through the motions and learn all the things that I need to learn and do it myself for the most part, I know I'm going to have to ask for help. But right now I want to do as much of it as I can by myself so that one day if I lead a team, I can tell them exactly what I want in language they understand and be reasonable. I think that would be key. I think that would be the best way to do things at the moment from where I'm standing right now. So check out my webpage. Please leave me feedback. I want to know. I want to know if I sound like a lunatic at the moment. I want to know if you think like, oh, shit, she's crazy. I don't want to listen to this shit anyway. That's cool too. Let me know. I want to know. So I'm giving you free license to contact me, ask me questions, tell me off if you feel the need. It's totally fine. Check out my website and tell me what you think. It is less than generic. And yes, the buttons still don't work. I got to work on that. Just give me some time. But eventually, you will have my my podcast. You will have my blog posts. Eventually, once I muster up the nerve, you will have videos as well. And no, I don't promise to be pretty in them, but I will give you the truth, and I will give you a little bit more insight into what I'm going through, the things I need to juggle in order to get what I need to get done. Okay? So that is Tuesday summed up. Yeah. One day I will have the business that I originally set up my website for, but for now, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with growing from here. There's no point in growing so fast that suddenly you don't know what's coming next or how to handle it. Instead, I would rather do free. I think that is the smartest thing. Information is free after all. If you have a conversation with somebody, they're going to say something that sparks an interest in you or, sparks another train of thought somewhere, and it may help solve a problem. You just never know. So right now, conversation is the best thing I can offer you all. And I hope that's enough for now. Eventually, maybe it'll be more. But for now, this is what I have to offer, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you appreciate it. And if you don't, or if you do, whichever one, I really don't care. Please leave a comment. Let me know. My voice is annoying. Please tell me. I actually don't like the sound of my own voice, but yeah, let me know. All right. So I'm going to head off to bed because I have an early morning tomorrow. I got to register my kid for primary school. And then I have, I have Singapore Art Museum tour guide stuff for primary 4. I think the age group is, primary 4. They're 11-year-olds tomorrow. They get to go look at contemporary art at the Singapore Art Museum, and I get to go walk them through 4 really unique pieces. And then in the evening I have a science class to teach. So yeah, I have this full schedule on top of actually building my business. So stay tuned. I will recap again tomorrow. All right? Till then, stay motivated, keep your head up, and I really, really hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thanks.